In this Minecraft challenge, we're playing every day for an entire year straight. This is day 112, and we haven't missed a day so far. Now, on top of that, we got a few other challenges, of course. We are grabbing a melon for every subscriber gained throughout the series, which we've gained approximately 2,400 so far, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we are also writing down one lucky subscriber on the wall of subscribers every single day for the entire year. So for today, we have Astronite56. Appreciate the support. Glad you could join us, and I see you've started your own one-day journey. So I'm glad I could inspire you, and I hope you enjoy. But we're gonna get back to, I guess if you want to call it a fishing dock build. I don't really know what I'm doing here, to be completely honest. It's not looking as I thought it would look, but it looks pretty good for a build. Does it look like a fishing dock? I'm not gonna lie, not at all. But we're gonna see what we can do about that. And I think starting off, we should go back to using some jungle wood, which it looks like we kind of may have just run out of, which is not the best. Okay, so we got a little more. But let's head over here. Let's see what we can do with this build, because it definitely doesn't look like a fishing dock. I've said it multiple times now. It doesn't at all. So let's see. If maybe what I'm thinking is maybe we have to extend it out this way. Because if I extend it out this way, we got a little more room to work with. And maybe we can fix this up. I don't know. I'm just not satisfied with it right now. I think maybe we need like a I'm trying to think here. If I close off this bottom section, right? If I close off this bottom section, we could have a staircase on the side, which we can make some space for, definitely. And then we can not have to worry about the space we have on the bottom, because we don't have enough space on this platform. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. That's just not going to look like a fishing dock kind of build. And I kind of like it with that open front, if I'm being honest. Like, I think I did something there. But besides the point, we are going to extend this out this way with just a staircase on the outside, honestly. Like, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to put a staircase outside here. And I obviously have to cover up this wall as I break a fence with my pickaxe. But we have to cover up this wall because you're not going to see it with the staircase covering it. So there's no really reason to have this all detailed and everything. So that'll be covered up. I think I'm going to cover this up anyways. I know I said I kind of like this, but I'm going to cover that up anyways. And for this staircase, give me that log. I'm going to use a log to get a log. Sometimes you got to use your material to get more. Okay, and for this, I think I'm actually going to make it look like more of an extension rather than another pillar. And to do that, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. Okay, we're just going to add another pillar. I don't know why I'm yapping, but I'm yapping. We have no dirt. We got any dirt? Whoa, I just hit like a double jump. Okay, so let's throw some stuff in here. And yeah, let's go extend that. And I think there's a lesson to be learned here. And that is, even if you don't like a build, or even if you don't like whatever it is you're working on, you could always change it. With anything in life, really. So let's go ahead and change that up, fix it up, make it look nice. And I think it's going to actually look much nicer with what we're going to do. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I was kind of just going off a whim. That's what I do with a lot of my builds, as I've said before. Let's connect this over to this island so it looks a little more natural. We have a little bit of an island here that we could connect to and make it look a little natural. I know it's underwater and nobody's really going to see it, but I'm gonna know it's there, and just the fact that I'm gonna know it's there makes me have to change it and make it look a little more natural. Cause I don't know, I need everything to look at least decent, and that doesn't do it. We needed it to go out more that way, so we're gonna need more dirt actually. And we're building this massive jungle village, so make sure to stick around for all 365 days because we're not missing a single day for the entire year. I've said it before. I'm committed here. Um, so make sure to join along for the journey because this is a long journey. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. I promise you that. So all of you who've been here since the beginning, I'm sure you know, we're committed. We are committed. But the new ones, I just want you all to know we're not going anywhere. And we also have a ton of content for you all to watch as well. So let's extend this out a little more. I should have counted how many blocks that was, but we're just going to extend it out. And now we got a little dock extension right here. And I need more dirt, don't I? Okay. No, I don't need too much dirt. That should be good because I can just boop right there. That looks natural enough, doesn't it? And right here and right here. And we're gonna connect this on over. We could dig this out. I don't really need this here. Just kind of gonna get in our way a little bit. Right there. Break that block that we placed on accident, and let's head back over here. I really shouldn't be using my Silk Touch axe for all of this. I don't know why. I mean, it has Unbreaking on it, but like I shouldn't be using, like there's no reason. I'm not Silk Touching anything. I'm kind of just wasting it for no reason. But that should do the job there. And we got enough slabs. Nice. That helps. So let's place these on here. And now we got a little extension. And now we got more room to work with here, for sure. That should be more than enough room. Okay. Oh, and the rain stopped. Nice. Honestly, like everybody says like they love rain in Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of rain in Minecraft. I really I know it might be a hot take. Like a lot of people tend to like it. I don't know. It's a little loud, makes my game lag here and there. Not a huge fan, to be honest. So, that being said, let's continue this. And I think what I was going to do actually, I don't need the Silk Touch Axe. Why did I put that in my inventory? I don't need that. Stop putting that in the inventory. What are we doing? Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to bring this in one block here. And we're going to do something like this. I think that should work out pretty nice there. And I'm going to just put a little pattern here. And now that I realize it, that's not going to work because that's not an odd number of blocks. So let's just fill this out with this and we'll texture that wall afterwards. We'll fill it out with that for now. And if you're new here, I mean, I've said in the past, like my builds, I kind of just go off, you know, what I like and what I think looks nice. So, you know, it's gonna be different than what you see online a lot of the times. There's not much. Oh my, there's not much, you know, tactics going on. Like I don't know, like any like professional building tactics or anything, as you can kind of see. But I think they all come out pretty nice. I don't know. Let me know what you think of a lot of my builds so far in this world. But I think we've done a pretty decent job of being unique. And that's part of what I like to do. I like to be unique. So I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far, like I said. And let's build this wall out here on the inside. We got any torches? No, we do not. Now this is gonna feel more like a boat dock, I think. Okay. And we're out of stairs. That's okay. And there's gonna be a little door here, little entrance with a little window right here, I think. I think that's what we're going with there. And for this, let's see. How's this looking so far? That's gonna look more like a boat dock, I'd say. I think. I think we're doing a pretty decent job. Little entrance right here. Actually, I can leave that there. We're gonna need more stairs. We need more wood in general. But I have a plan at least. There's gonna be a big building on top. Well, maybe not too big because we still need that staircase there. Let's see. What can we do here? This is going to be a platform. So let's fill this out. Like that. And I think for this platform, I think we're going to have to cut the wall off here. This is going to be the entrance. And then same thing here. I think this is going to be the entrance as well. So we're not going to have this here. Take a look at it. And we just trim that log right there. Trim that. Trim that. And so this will work out a little better, I would say. And we'll see when we get to it. But I think that's going to look more like what we're going for. Yeah, I like that much better. I'm already liking it better. So let's see what we can do now. We need one more stair, and we are kind of out of wood at the moment. So let's put our stuff that we're not using in here, and let's go grab some more wood. Why not? We got some trapdoors to work with as well. I got to make sure I add those onto the build. Always a nice addition, adding some trapdoors to a build. If you don't use trapdoors in your build, I suggest just start using them and see what you could do with them. They always add to the build. I'll say that. They never take away from a build. As long as they're placed like somewhat tactically, you don't have to go crazy with them. But that's one of my tips, at least that I've kind of learned from building. Like when I first started building, I was probably like 12 years old. Obviously, I wasn't that great at building, but I would not use like any fences or trapdoors. I don't know why I'm digging that. I just messed up my staircase I was building. But I wouldn't use any trapdoors in the past. What the heck? I thought I could just place that on there. Okay, we're just gonna use dirt. Continue our staircase up. But now that I use trapdoors, walls, fences, you know, kind of try and mess with the block texture a little bit. Like, you know, not just picking 2 blocks, pick like 3 or 4. Usually like 3 or 4 is like the perfect number to work with. Like three gets the job done. 4, usually, you know, you kind of have to think a little and pick a good block that you think is going to fit with what you're building. But that's how I go about building. I kind of try and pick a few blocks. Always try and make the roof like a little darker as well. That's a good tip that I learned as well. Like if you use like for example, I've been using like a lot of like deep slate on my roofs. I mean, I would have used it more on some of these other roofs if I wasn't limited on time and was able to go get more of it, because I kind of didn't have some of it for some of my builds. But that's definitely a good tip. Try and make the roof a little darker because it adds that little necessary depth, I would say. Okay. Okay. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, we just one-shot that guy. Oh, and we're missing. We're missing our shots. Oh, we one-shot with the bow. Wow. I actually did not know that. That bow, power 5, that does the job. I hear a zombie. One shot. Oh, okay, we don't one-shot OEs, but we one-shot a good amount of the time. I think I might not have full charged that. I'm not really a PvP pro. I'm more of the builder guy. So you're going to see some things that you might question a little. We got a little pink sheep over there. He escaped from our farm that we have. Yeah, that's right, buddy. You don't want to mess with me. I'm placing lanterns on jungle trees. That's not a guy you want to mess with. But I'm very proud of the progress that we've made so far, and I'm actually like I'm still like 112 days in. I'm still very excited to load this world up every time and get to work, especially like with these new builds that I have in mind. Like I can't wait to get all of these done and see how all of this comes out because we're gonna put the time in, that's for sure. But obviously, it's about execution as well. Like, I don't want to just, get lazy and just run in circles every time I load this world up and not focus on building anything. Like, I feel like, that's not really a thing that I'm going to do at all. But you gotta hold yourself to it. Like just because I have such a nice world built over here doesn't mean I can't make a nicer world built over there as well and extend it all back here. Like I'm probably gonna end up taking a lot of this out. I'm gonna take some of that out. Oh, we got our sugar cane is growing. That's nice. I'm gonna replace some of that as well. Like I want it to all be centered around this one lake that we have, and I do want it to look nice and natural still. Like I don't want to take away too much from the jungle, as I've said in the past, because I don't know. Like I don't usually build in the jungle biome, but it definitely adds to the build, I would say. Like my builds in the jungle biome, like it just I feel like they fit so well so far. Like everything looks like it makes sense, I feel like. Um, and working in the jungle biome, obviously you gotta think a little bit. There's certain blocks that just aren't gonna look nice. Certain builds aren't gonna look as nice. Like I can't really build the same as I would in a typical like plains biome. Like I always kind of go to a plains biome or a mountain. Actually, that's something that I've done a good amount as well. Like building in the mountains. I saw a creeper over here. I know he's gonna sneak up on us. I'm not messing with you, creeper. Trust me. Oh, there goes the zombie. Zombie down. That means our day is coming to an end pretty quickly. Oh, you don't want to chase me, buddy. I'll hit you with the one-shot bow. Oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with me. Not at all. Keep your distance, pal. You should have learned from your friend over there. Obviously, there's going to be challenges in the future with this challenge, though. Like, it's not going to be easy as it's been. Like I might have to, you know, record a video in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But so far, we've been able to do it every single day with no issues. Like I'm kind of surprised we haven't had any real issues. I mean, I had a Wi-Fi issue one time. Obviously, I did record at 2 a.m. one time as well because I knew I was gonna have a really busy day the next day, and I kind of had to. So that was something as well that we ran into. But for the most part, other than those two small issues, like we've been able to get this challenge done so far pretty easily. There hasn't been much of an issue so far, so I'm sure, like I said, we might run into some issues in the future, but it's working out pretty nicely at the moment. I think what we're gonna do here is have a fence, and we are running towards the end of the day, so let's just take a look from the outside coming in, and it's looking better. Definitely an upgrade. But as I always say, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment if you want to get on the wall of subscribers. And thank you for joining for day 112. And I will see you tomorrow for day 113. We're not going anywhere.